Oh, hey yo, how's it going? Fatty here, and today I'm going to be showing you the top 4 rat holes on the Vanaheim side on the new map, Fjord. And let's not waste any more of your time and just jump straight into it. So first off, to even get to the area where these rat holes are going to be located, you're going to need to find the portals, and this is going to be located at 41.5, 56.9. So if you go to these coordinates, you kind of see it's right by the lake, or not the lake, the ocean, or whatever you want to call it, and you'll see these two paths. One kind of leads up, and then one leads into this mountain, which has this archway. If you go into the archway, this is where you're going to go be able to transport to those 3 different areas within the new Fjord map. We're just going to be focusing on one of the 3 areas today, and that's going to be the Vanaheim side. So when you get over here, just come over to this green portal. It doesn't cost anything to actually teleport. You just got to come up to it. It's going to open up like you're teleporting to a boss battle or anything like that. And then it's just going to wait 30 seconds to transport you and up to 30 tames, yada, yada, yada. Very basic and easy kind of stuff. So this is where you're going to need to go just to start out. And then the rest of the rat holes are going to be in this area once you teleport over there. Coming in at number 4, this one's going to be located at 8.4, 93.1. This one's a little bit easier to find. It's just going to be next to kind of this waterfall. You can see the big flower up above, and the river splits down to 2 in that little part down there. So that's just going to be good landmarks to find. So you got this nice little entrance area where once you actually build up in this rat hole, which is going to be tucked up here, it's definitely going to be one of the smaller ones, but it's got plenty of room, which is going to be really nice. But it's got that lower area where you can actually do some breeding. You can put up a couple of turrets and stuff, just to get it done really quickly. It's not going to be something you want to leave your tames out constantly because it's not going to be really defendable. But other than that, it's going to be a really nice spot for you to kind of get started and build up in. Coming in at number 3, this one's going to be located at 28.2, 65.2. Now, I really like this one. It's really high up, which always makes it super defendable. As you can see, there's nothing really too close around it. You have this one big branch that's out here, but other than that, it's just these kind of little mushrooms that stick out. So you're going to drop up here, and you're going to be at the very world ceiling of this area, which makes it so nice. I love when people can't just like drop in or dive bomb up into it a little bit. Now, you could still get PT spun because there's not a ton of room to push back in here, but it's going to be really nice and defendable. You're going to be able to get some turrets up here, and it's just really far out of the way that it might not even get messed with. But when you do get a little big built up, I wouldn't worry about too much people building down here to fob up and try to like build up into you. It's going to be mainly those branches and those mushrooms that are up there. Coming in at number 2, this one's going to be located at 17.8, 99.9. Now, I know that number is kind of strange, and it's actually way past 99.9, but that's just like where the GPS kind of cuts off from. So really just go to 17.8 and get to the closest to the world edge that you can, and you're going to be able to find this one. Now, it's not all the way up at the top of the world border. It's kind of a little bit lower than that, so just be careful and look for that. But this one is going to be one of the biggest rat holes with one of the smallest entrances. You got that huge area up top. You got a nice flat area to get some turrets and build a wall down. And then you have this little area below, and you even have this nice really cut out area to put a generator that's going to be not tech wrecks or rifleable until they're already into your base, which is always super nice. Always appreciate that. But yeah, there's a ton of room. You could use this upper part for breeding or your crafting area and use the lower part for some breeding. So this is going to be definitely one of the bigger rat holes for people to be able to do. And again, and kind of like the other one, there's not a huge amount of places you could fob up on. I would definitely get a turret tower or something on this branch up here. It's going to be the most protected spot that you're going to need to worry about. On that mushroom I was just on, I don't think people are going to be able to build it close enough to actually get a fob there, just because it's going to be too close to foundation and turret range. So really just right up here, maybe above, but again, that's going to be really difficult. So just lock down this branch and you'll be really good to go. Coming in at number 1, now this one's definitely going to be different than a lot of ones on my list, but I'll kind of explain that when we get to the rat hole. First off, it's going to be found in the Poison Wyvern kind of trench, and that's going to be located at 12.5, 64.6. Now when you actually come inside, you gotta just kind of initially go inside of where the trench is a little bit. Then you're going to see these crystals on the ceiling, and it's going to be actually tucked underneath the crystal. Now this one is going to be a Pelagornis Ova spot, so if you're in a server that doesn't allow it, you definitely don't want to build here. But if you are, all you have to do is, like I put a little foundation and more pestle there, and then you're going to be able to get your Ovis, cryopod it in, and then you're just into the spot. Now what makes this one really nice is you can demolish everything out front because of the new Fjord Hawk. This one is actually kind of an overpowered spot. you're going to be able just to keep that hawk on you and transfer to other beds and stuff. So even if you're just somewhere completely different on the map, you know, you're getting a slot cap of metal or something like that, you're going to just be able to find a bed and transfer over here, and your hawk is going to bring your bag into this rat hole. So it's going to make it crazy impossible, almost nearly impossible to raid. I'm not a huge fan of these spots, but this one is pretty good. It doesn't seem like a glitched one, right? It actually does have the full textures around it. You're not kind of like floating out in the void or anything like that. So I'm just gonna put this one as a number 1 on my list. And if you guys want to see any more rat hole videos on any of the other realms, just leave a comment down below which one of the 2 other realms you want to see rat holes for. Or if you just want a general rat hole list or anything else like that, let me know down in the comments below. Thank you always for watching, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace.